welcome to the Harold Washington Post 1987 TV show. Folks, I'm going to turn over there to the hardest working commander on this side of the earth. Bill Bam, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Man, I heard you did a fantastic job.
Yeah, but I was missing a person.
I heard that.
Honestly, yes, I miss you.
All
Because,
right,
hey, we can't have fun without laughter.
Don't get mushy on me now.
Not yet. No, but, in order to make this show a success what it is, give credit where credit is due. You like that?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't talking about you. But,
You must have been talking about Sylvia.
Her to thank you, Sylvia. No, this is my partner in crime and my anchor. When I say anchor, I'm not talking about just because I was in the Navy.
Two thumbs up.
And we needed somebody. But we work diligently together to get this information out to veterans and stuff. And it takes time when a person is ill. So that means you have to step up.
Yes.
And if you ever was in a service, they tell you, what you have to do for this. You got to improvise.
Yes.
So this is what we're trained to do. But glad to have you back. Glad to have you in good health.
Let me say this to all of you out there, especially to you men, and especially to you black men. As of last Thursday, I had my last radiation treatment. I had to have 20 treatments to deal with prostate cancer. And it is the leading killer among black men throughout the world.
Yes, it is.
And they still don't know why. So to all you men out there, if you love yourself, you'll go to the doctor and you get checked out. I don't care if your toenail is bothering you. Go to the doctor.
It's a reason for everything. And to piggyback on that prostate, situation, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer once, and I was going to see my doctor, my primary doctor, because I was supposed to be having surgery on my left shoulder because they said my shoulder was frozen. So I'm getting ready, all prepared, about having an operation on my shoulder. And so when I went into the doctor's office, sat down and everything, and he asked me how I felt, and I'm looking at him crazy. How you think I feel? I'm going to have an operation and stuff. So I told him I feel all right. And so he told me that we got into a mild conversation. All of a sudden, the conversation was cut short. He said, I have something to tell you. I said, okay. So then he told me about my, what they call little counts.
I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, about prostate. And he was saying my counts are way up high.
Too high.
And what are you talking about? You have prostate cancer. And I went off. What? What are you talking about? How long I had? I had a lot of questions to ask within a few seconds. And to ask them, how long you all knew this? Why you just not telling me this? What have I could have been doing to protect myself from this? I had a lot of questions and stuff like that. So he explained what was going on, but he also stipulated, first, the reason he couldn't tell me, because if he would have told me and if I wouldn't have had it, then they liable for a suit. So doctor rules is that the idea they cannot tell a patient anything until they find out the correct answer. So when they found out the correct answer, so that's when he informed me and stuff like that, and told me the things that I'm going to have to be doing. And it's a lot of stuff on the person's mind because it said, oh man, I look at my age and I said, well, what about my wife? What about my family and stuff? And the solution was that, well, we got people that will go out to your house with you, sit down and talk to you and your family members and blah, blah, this and stuff like that. But make a long conversation short. The day that I was supposed to be having my surgery, they gave me a biopsy. And I had a spiritual awakening before then. And I was told that everything was going to be all right. And I took that to heart. And when they went up in me, well, when I woke up, they were taking me down the hall and stuff. I'm looking up and everything, high, off the drugs and stuff like that. So they were asking me, do I know my name? Yes, I know my name. They asked me my name. I told them my name and stuff like that. They said, well, how do you feel? I feel all right. Then after a short length of time, looking at about 7 doctors and nurses was in the room and stuff. So they told me that we got some good news for you. Okay. Said that you're cancer free. That blew my mind. What?
Amen.
You cancer free. What happened? We don't know. All we know, when we went up in you, we wanted to find out, as we told you before the operation, that we wanted to find out how far this has spread it through your body. See, that scared the hell out of me then. But when they told me that when they went up in me for a biopsy, everything was right there, waiting for them, as they told me. They took it out, and that was it. But now, things about men, especially men of color, about prostate. Men, I'm going to just put it out there. Men do not like the examination. And it's a scrutiny. And then some men call it demoralizing because they don't like nobody going up in them, stuff like that. But if this to save your life, you leave all of that out. Your pride don't have nothing to do with death. Your pride will bring you death.
Oh yeah.
Let them, and then like they said, let God do his job. Let go and let God. And this is what we have to face with, because see, that it's not up to you. It's in the way it is. Don't get me wrong from what I'm getting ready to say. It is up to you. It's up to if you want to live. And it's up to you if you want to leave here. The choice is yours. That's why I say we need to go to the doctors. We don't like to go to doctors because we can make plenty of excuses why I don't feel like going to the doctor. Or, even sometimes depends on if we have an addiction. Where I came, I was born without it, so I'm going to leave with what I got, If that's the attitude you take, well then, sit out, write you a will, kiss yourself goodbye. Because that's what it's going to turn out to be. See, you think you're not hurting anyone. Yes, you are. The very ones that you don't think that love you, they love you. Yes, you're hurting people, your family members, kids, if you have any relatives, associates, or whatever it may be. Yes, you are. You're not just hurting yourself in the long run, because you can't just say that don't nobody care. People care. You just don't know. Yeah. And now back to you, and the stages you had.
Well,
excuse me.
When I was diagnosed, I was told that they caught it early enough. And I decided that I would go ahead and get treated because of the fact that my brother, he had just got through going through prostate cancer, and he had 5 treatments. And because I signed up for this research that they're doing at Jesse Brown, they gave me 3 shots to boost my immune system. So I got to come back around, I think, the 27th of December as a follow-up in this group. So I go back to see Dr. Wynn at Loyola in Orland Park in about 6 weeks as a follow-up. But let me keep reiterating to you, men. We don't like to go to doctors. We don't like to go to counseling. We think we're too big, too macho to seek out help from professionals.
Excuse me for cutting you off.
Yes.
And that is our biggest problem.
Yes, it is.
We hate to ask for HELP.
Yes, because we're too macho.
Yeah, you know, because it make me belittle myself and stuff like that. But see, even with addiction and everything, if you know you're sick, you're sick.
Yep.
You know, if you know you got a problem, admit it. But see, we
that's
don't.
the first step, right there.
Yes.
Once you can admit to yourself you have a problem, then the solution is easy to attain because, as Shakespeare say, thou must be true to thyself.
Yes.
So you can't keep lying to yourself.
And then not only that, you can't keep self-medicating yourself.
Absolutely.
Sooner or later, it's going to come down to you're going to have to face a problem, a situation.
Yes.
And it could be drastic because then they may be taking you out on the ambulance.
You only get one life.
You only got one life to
And
live.
if you don't take care of that life, then, Lord forbid, you know what the outcome's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
But if you got children and you got grandbabies, and if you love your grandbabies like I love my grandchild, then as everybody keep pointing out to me, Travis, you gotta take care of yourself because of your grandchild. And believe me, folks, it's nothing like watching your grandchildren growing up. It's just like even watching your own children grow up. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you as a man don't take care of your personal responsibility, then what are you going to leave to your children and your grandchildren?
Nothing but a sad note.
Yes, very sad.
Sad note. And they would probably 10-1 would say that I could say it for them. I wish I would have got the opportunity of him knowing us or me knowing
Absolutely.
him. You know, and that's
Absolutely.
the sad thing. Then another big thing about it is why.
Yeah.
See, that's a big question mark that won't be answered because you gone.
Yes.
But you the only one could tell them why.
No, that's, we want to shout out to our dear compadre Jack. Jack is going through some trauma. Some of it is self-inflicted. And we would say to Jack that you still have a lot to live for.
Most definitely.
You got your children.
You got
And
grandchildren.
you got your grandchildren.
And you have your wife.
You have your wife.
That should be enough.
Yes.
And then you still got your siblings.
Yes.
You know, there's other things to live for other than yourself.
Absolutely.
And then not only that, you know, like me and Travis, we talk.
Yes.
And be telling them, because sometimes he be telling me, Commander, slow down. You know, because see, it's the things I do. Excuse me. I go to nursing homes, see about the veterans. You know, I go to hospitals. Even though I work at Jesse Brown, I be in and out of there, seeing the veterans that's in there, go whatever hospital that's they in or something like that, other ones, especially American Legion ones. You don't have to be American Legion to be a veteran to get my attention, but somebody let me know and said, would you go check in on this veteran? That's my job. That's part of the 4 pillars for the American Legion. And 4 pillars mean, excuse me for a minute. Sorry about that. 4 pillars mean 1, child and youth. The kids that's coming up, they are our concern. Veterans, we are veterans. We're supposed to look out for each and every one.
Absolutely.
We never leave a veteran behind.
And that's our motto.
Americanism,
Yes.
to teach each and every one, if possible, that's coming up about the laws. Because, see, the idea, we need to know the law, how to be treated, how to get treated, and how it could benefit other veterans that's coming through. And then national defense. Because the idea, you know, although we didn't serve, we still serving in somewhat. If we have national disasters, whether it's weather or whatever it may be, you hear about the Red Cross, you hear about Salvation Army, and that's all. That's all the news media is gonna tell you. They don't tell you the American Legion was right there. What they doing there? Because it's veterans that's out there in those zones. It's posts, American Legion posts that's out there. So as long as it's veterans out there, American Legion posts, we have to help them.
Mm-hmm.
We send money. We send people to them also. We have a relief for them. So, you know, that's what we are for. American Legion is for you. It's for what you believe in. Veterans that's trying to get their benefits. Veterans that's in the hospital. You having a problem with your hospitals and stuff like that. We are here.
And we expect for you to take advantage of everything that is due you and your family. And that's why we say to you on a regular basis that if you don't take advantage of these perks, folks, they would take them away from you.
You won't get anything.
Okay?
And as they say in the street, you'll get Nathan.
Yes.
I said, what's Nathan? Nothing.
Nothing.
You know? Yeah, but see, and then at times, we were just talking about this also. And it's not, okay, we're talking about the government.
Yes.
And about certain things that even Jack had to get help on. And other veterans, it's about, you know, management of the management. We're going to put it like that. What I mean by that, we're talking about copay, which we call mean test.
Mean testing.
And you heard that many times about what is a mean test. I mean, in civilian world, you go to Providence or go to outside doctors, facilities, or whatever it may be. When you get up in there, you got copay. You got to pay a certain amount to be seen and stuff like that. Then you have to have your medication. You got to pay a certain length on that, stuff like that. But see, the idea, some of this, we were just talking about this a little earlier, about the things, the hoops that we had to jump through in order to get this.
Yes.
And I was explaining to him in the civilian world, it's the same thing, and maybe a little harder because see the idea, at one while they was giving out medical cards. Now you have to earn them. Same thing with the VA. They have service for you. You have the right, because you serve, you have honorable or general discharge. Excuse me. And then, now since I got honorable discharge, I'm supposed to get this, I'm supposed to get that. You should, but see the idea, you have to fight for it. Nothing come easy. As far as benefits, you got to put your benefits in order for them to work for you. You got to get a person, a service organization such as the American Legion or whatever it may be to fight for you. You cannot do this by yourself, because if you do it by yourself, I'm going to tell you right now, you will fail. You know somebody, you have to know somebody with the laws about this. And see that idea, back to civilian land. Okay, in order to get a medical card now, it's steps you got to go up to in order to get there. It's not going to be, boom, you know, here it is. No, you got to sit up there, whether it's the county, whether it's Providence, or whatever county facility. You got to sit up there hours and stuff. And not just one, not just twice, but it's going to be many times. It got to be, you got to have a paper trail. And then they're going to start opening up doors and telling you, you know, you're still going to have co-pays, you're still going to pay for your medicine or something like that. But then, too, you know, especially if you don't have no health insurance, it's steps and measures that you're going to have to take in order to get this. And it takes time. And same thing as the veterans world. You know, you go into the VA and stuff like that, you got to get that paperwork going. And that means, you know, for your health and stuff like that, if you're going to put in a claim, make sure your doctor help guide you to this. If you're going for PTSD, make sure your primary doctor send in a statement that you need to see a psychiatrist. Because there are a lot of these things that you need help into. And you got to see these people. In order for you to make this happen, you have to put your footwork into it. Yeah. It doesn't come easy.
It don't. And folks, even though we may not like it, the process sometimes calls for you to apply, reapply, and reapply. We may not like all those steps, folks, but apparently that seemed to be the MO of the VA system. And that's why, as the commander was pointing out, some of this stuff you cannot do on your own.
No.
And I would say, thank God for George Aponte.
We love you, George.
He's a retired Navy veteran.
Thank you.
And we salute you, George. George himself is going through. And because George is going through, he understands what other veterans are going through. And that's why, folks, we would love to see more veterans employed at these VA systems, because yes, we do need a certain amount of civilian folks working in the VA system, and even when I was in boot camp, we have civilians working.
Yes, because they need jobs too. But see, we need, for those that serve, we need you to serve some more.
Absolutely. Because
don't nobody understand a veteran but a veteran.
Yes.
But see, now, you know what's so sad to say about, you know, a lot of veterans, I'm calling you out, that, you know, we go for our benefits. Yes. And first thing they want to know, you know, since I'm going for my benefits, I want to get 100%. And think you're supposed to be 100%, get that instantly. It's not that way.
It don't work that way.
As we keep telling everybody, it's a process. Yes. It's steps that you have to take. You got to go by, you know, once you submit your claim and stuff like that, and you get it, then the next process, you have to wait 2 to 3 years, because you cannot put a claim over another claim, because they will knock them both down. Mm-hmm. And then women, or put it this way, men as well, that has spouses that was in the service, contact your VA because it's still money out there that you all don't know
Folks, when you're having fun, time flies. We want to shout out there to that fantastic engineer, Sylvia.
We see you out there.
Great job, Sylvia. Folks, until next Monday, we got 2 shows left.
Please.
Commander, once again, enjoy you.
All right.
Until next time.
How they say?
Fellow troopers out there. Bye.